Right now you're probably asking yourself, why would I waste a perfectly good vacation going back to an old cow town like Des Moines, Iowa? Well, first of all, Des Moines stopped being an old cow town a long time ago. In fact, I think it was last year that the last cattle drive went through the middle of town. And when it comes to barroom brawls, this last visit I can remember being the only one, and I started it. So yeah, I guess I was in it. But then, as they say, when in Rome. Actually, Des Moines is no longer a little cow town, but a thriving, modern metropolis. In fact, I heard that just last year they had laid their first sidewalks, started their first elevator, and installed their first flush toilets. Flush toilets? This I had to see. It had been 37 freaking long years since I'd set foot in Iowa, and I figured it was about time that I went back. My video starts off on a Friday, August 9th, 2018 in Glendale, California. But it doesn't really take off, no pun intended, until I got to the Burbank Airport early that morning. Burbank is a small airport. Hell, you still have to walk out on the tarmac just to get to the plane. I'm always expecting planes with propellers to taxi up. It wasn't long and we were up in the air and they were serving the meal for the day. That is, if you can call a small wafer cracker and a small glass of soda a meal. 2.5 hours later, I was at Denver, Colorado's International Airport. Like other large airports, Denver International has quick ways to get around, including this moving walkway. By the way, did you know that Denver has the 7th longest runway in the world? I'm not sure whether or not I should be comforted by this shelter sign or not. Well, at least the weather was nice. A fitting display decoration for inside an airport. Making my way around the airport, I came across this restaurant named after Denver Broncos Super Bowl quarterback John Elway. Outside the restaurant is a glass case. They had a Super Bowl Lombardi trophy in it. Super Bowl number 32, 1998. Denver Broncos 31, Green Bay Packers 24. I thought about eating there, but when I saw the price of a measly hamburger was $17, I turned tail and ran. For that price, John Elway himself had better cook it and hand feed it to me. After a long 3.5-hour layover in Denver, I was back in the air again, headed for Des Moines. No meal this time though. That's okay. I was still stuffed from that last meal that they served. I knew I was finally over Iowa when I could look down from the plane and see the green fields below. I finally touched down at the airport, but I still had a lot of things to do, like get my luggage and pick up a rental car. As I was racing over to that area, I heard a couple voices shout, "Hey, stupid," or something like that. Figuring it was from me, I looked over to see a couple of old high school friends, Jeff Satry and Susan Goodling Warren. They'd come out to greet me at the airport. How they recognized me from my high school days, I'll never know. Anyways, I felt pretty damn good about it. After picking up everything, I headed over to the Village Inn Motel on East Euclid Avenue and checked in. Before going out to see some friends, I had to decide what to wear. Should I dress up and wear what I thought would be the in fashion for Iowa, or should I go California casual? I decided to take a chance and go with the latter. In a short time, I found myself at Felix and Oscar's restaurant on Merle Hay Road. I was there to meet the gang of people that I had hung out the most with in high school. I was filled with a little trepidation. I mean, it had been 37 long years since I last ran around with this group. I had no idea what their reaction would be to me. But all my fears were for nothing. Maybe it was a good pizza, maybe it was a good beer, or just maybe it was a good friendship that we all shared with each other. But we all had a good time and reminisced until early in the morning. Here's a picture of me and some of my very good friends from high school. And oh, by the way, I'll swear on a stack of phone books that this picture isn't hanging up at the post office along with all the other wanted posters. The next morning, Saturday, August 11th, I woke up early. I had a hell of a lot of things to do that day. After a quick breakfast at Perkins Restaurant on Euclid Avenue, I made a short trip to see my old high school. I've got to admit, when I came up to that school, I got a little misty-eyed. And it wasn't too long before I was humming that old North High Five song. a second, that wasn't a high school fight song. You know, but maybe it should have been. Next, I drove downtown to take a look at the state capitol building. The building itself opened up in 1886. The dome was constructed of iron and brick and is covered with thin sheets of pure 23-karat gold. Here's a shot of downtown Des Moines from the Capitol building grounds. That building in the center is the 19-story Equitable building, which was the tallest building in Iowa at one time. Found on the Capitol grounds is this statue dedicated to Abraham Lincoln and his son Tad. Also on the grounds is this small replica of the Statue of Liberty. As beautiful as the exterior of the Capitol building is on the outside, it pales in comparison to the views on the inside. Looking up at the dome, it says 1861-1865, the year of the Civil War. There's even a scale model of the SS Iowa in the rotunda. Here's some of the detailed work of the model. I might be just a little bit biased, but I've got to believe that the Iowa State Capitol is one of the more striking Capitol buildings in the United States. After that, I headed over to the nearby city of Johnston to see a former neighbor of mine, Kathy, along with her husband, Denny Reeves. Boy, let me tell you, they really rolled out the red carpet for me. First off, we had pizza from Casey's gas station. I know, it sounds bizarre, good food from a gas station, but let me tell you, this stuff was excellent. Then for dessert, we had a bowl of ice cream called Moose Droppings. No wait, I think it was Moose Tracks. Something like that. Either way, it was delicious. After that, I raced back to Des Moines. It was time to attend my 45th high school reunion. 45 years is a long time, so I'll admit, I was a little bit nervous. Finally, I found the place where the reunion was being held. A place called San Betty's on 2nd Avenue. Once I stepped inside San Betty's, my trepidations left me immediately. What with the music and everybody treating me so warmly, I knew I was going to have a good time that night. People signing in to the reunion. Arya was our little foreign exchange student from Finland. Is it a coincidence that the word divas is above all these gals here? I like to think that with the wisdom that comes with age, we all showed a remarkable restraint with our partying. Ah hell, who am I kidding? It was old times as usual.